Hello students, welcome you all. Today in this video we are going to discuss regarding the Civil 2021 GATE questions from the subject of fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines. Going with the very first question of set number 1, the question here is if water is flowing at the same depth in most hydraulically efficient triangular and rectangular channel sections, then the ratio of hydraulic radius of triangular section to rectangular section is generally a triangular section when we take a triangular section as well as rectangular section in this way, triangular section and rectangular section, obviously the slide slope will be 1 on to 1 or 1 horizontal to 1 vertical. This is the depth of the section denoted by y, and obviously the width will be how much for triangular section? 2y. In the same way, when I talk about a rectangular section, again the depth of the rectangular section will be y, and width b is equal to how much? Width b is equal to how much? 2y. Width b is equal to 2y. Right. When the question asked here hydraulic radius of triangular section to rectangular section. When we talk about the triangle hydraulic section or hydraulic radius of a triangular section, first we should to talk about area as well as perimeter. Area as well as perimeter. Right? Why? Because area to wetted perimeter is called as hydraulic radius, right? So when I talk about the triangular area and triangular perimeter, the area of triangle will be how much here? Half base into height. It would be around y square, and perimeter will be how much? 2 root 2y. These are the standards. And the same way, if I talk about rectangular area, it will be 2y square, length into breadth. Perimeter is how much of a rectangle? 4y. So obviously hydraulic radius of a triangular channel, hydraulic radius of a rectangular channel we need, which will be y by 2 root 2. Why? Because if I divide this, y and y gets cancelled and I'll remain with y by 2 root 2, and here it will be around 1 by 2 y. 1 by 2 y. Simply by seeing the screen itself, you can divide a by p, you will get the triangular to rectangular hydraulic radius. So the question here is asking about the ratio of hydraulic radius of the triangular channel to hydraulic radius of the rectangular channel, which will be y by 2 root 2 by 1 by 2 y. On simplifying this, you will end up with an answer of 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2. Option A will be the appropriate right answer for the given question here. Very simple question. Basic fundamental formula should be used, right? So 1 by root 2, which will be option A, is the right answer for the given question. Second question from the same set. A fluid flowing steadily in a circular pipe of some radius r has a velocity that is everywhere parallel to the axis, that is the center line. The velocity distribution is given as radial Vr at a radius of small, the element which we are taking at a small radius, u into 1 minus r square by r square. By seeing the question here, by this equation we will say that the question is from laminar flow, where r is the radial distance, as I was telling you, the radial condition measured from the pipe axis. U is the maximum velocity, but r is the radius, which is 0. Average velocity is asking you. So when I take the solution for this question, given the question Vr, velocity at a radial distance, u into 1 minus small r square by capital R square. This is the given data. He is asking you average velocity. He is asking you average velocity is how much. See, when I talk about average velocity, I will be defined with one formula called Q is equal to A into V, right? That is V average will be is equal to Q by A. So by taking this formula, I can write Q is equal to V average into some smaller area of dA, because it is at a radial velocity, smaller velocity as well as smaller area. When I integrate it, what I'll be getting? Q is equal to, I'll write it as integral VR dA. What is the value of VR given, and from where to where do you integrate it? When you take a pipe, the transverse direction, when you take the radius, it will be R, and initially it will be 0. So it is starting from 0 to R, U into 1 minus R square by capital R square into dA. What will be the value of dA for a small fluid element taken at the center line of the pipeline? You will be having 2 pi R dr. In the derivation of a laminar flow velocity distribution, we take a small element of fluid at a radius of r. This is the condition, right? You people will be very familiar with this. When I take the area of this small fluid element, it will be 2 pi r dr, which I'll write it as 2 pi r dr. dA is written as 2 pi r dr. This is the analysis. When this happened, Q is equal to, the constants here are 2 pi capital U by r square, because I need to integrate with respect to small r. When I integrate it, what happens? This equation 2 pi r u, if I take common, it will be r square minus r square by r square into r dr, integral of 0 to r. Now integrate it. R square into small r integration, how much it will be? R square by 2, that is small r square by 2, minus r square will be r square into r cube, that will be r power 4 by 4. Limit will be between 0 to r. This is the integral value. A constant which is remained is 2 pi u by r square. 2 pi, sorry, here r square we need to take it out, right? This will be the condition. This will be the condition, because r square is already taken out. That will be r square minus r square, and r square taken out. So it will be 2 pi u by r square. On upper limit minus lower limit, substituting the upper limit or applying the limits, by applying the limits, you will be getting Q is equal to pi by 2 u r square. Pi by 2 u r square. But what will be the actual area? Pi r square. Pi r square. What is the formula here? V average is Q by A. V average is Q by A. So obviously, when we do this, V average will be is equal to pi by 2 u r square by pi r square, which will be remained with u by 2. This is the average velocity. Hope you people understood clearly here. Simple. I have taken out r as the LCM, r square minus r square, and it will be the r square taken out as a constant. I have multiplied this r inside. That will be r square by 2 minus r power 4. Here what happens? R power 4 by 2 minus capital R power 4 by 4. When I take this, you will be having the value of pi by 2 u r square. From simplification of this value, you will be getting this, and this is the area, right? This is regarding the answer, which is u by 2. Option B is the right answer for the given question. U by 2. Answer B is the right answer. Moving to the next question. Third question. A kinematic viscosity is dimensionally represented by. Generally, when we talk about kinematic viscosity is denoted by nu. The ratio of dynamic viscosity to mass density. What are the units of dynamic viscosity? Newton second per meter square. by kg per meter cube. But you can write Newton as 1 Newton is equal to kg meter per second square. Substitute that here, kg meter per second square into second by meter square by kg per meter cube. Or else you can write the value of or units of mu as kg per meter second also by kg per meter cube. Okay, any analysis you can do. Mu, Newton second per meter square or Pascal second. Newton is kg meter per second square into second by meter square. On simplification you need to get the answer, or else if you simplify in this way, we write dynamic viscosity units as kg per meter second. If you do in this way also, you need to get an answer of meter square per second. Here also you'll get meter square per second. Anyway, you need to get the same answer. And here he is asking you the dimensionally represented by. How is meter square represented in terms of length? L square by T, or L square T inverse. L square by T. Obviously option D will be the right answer for the given question. Simple question from properties of fluid. Kinematic viscosity is dimensionally represented by. So these are the questions of set number 1. Thank you, students.